Ah, yes, the beautiful sounds of a plucking banjo. So nostalgic, in fact, that you just can't help but think of the bear and the bird anytime you go to a live bluegrass concert. It's okay to admit, we've all done it.
No, we haven't.
Anyways, since I'm beyond excited for the new Yooka-Laylee game coming out in April, today we will be covering the adventures of Banjo and his faithful feathery friend Kazooie. I decided to go with the main series of Banjo Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Banjo Kazooie Nuts and... No! Bad Banjo. Get back there. You know what you did. Let us now travel back in time to the golden age of Rare, where 007 made shooting your friends fun, Diddy Kong was trying to be Mario for some reason, and Conker was the out of a bad fur day. In the middle of it all came a series that is cemented in platform gaming forever. With a development team of only 15 members, Banjo Kazooie was released on June 29, 1998, to the sound of cheering fans. Of those 15 developers, only one composer worked on the soundtrack, Grant Kirkhope. Grant is behind all the great music of your favorite games. He's worked on GoldenEye, Donkey Kong, Perfect Dark, and Viva Pinata. He even plays some of the iconic voices of characters within the Banjo series, including Mumbo himself and that flower pot you could have sworn was telling you to shove off.
Thank you.
Well, you too, you stupid, ungrateful flower pot fisher. Actually, most of the unique voices are made of random clips of the same voice line. They're just distorted in pitch depending on the character, and most of them share the same voice actor. It was actually a very unique choice at the time because, you know, it's
what about the music, though?
Well, yeah, I was just about to go...
Seems like you're getting off track.
Well, yeah, if you just let me, I was about to go...
Okay, good. Just checking.
I hate that guy. Grant has no shortage of memorable music. He's been nominated many times and has even won awards like Best Video Game Score and Video Game Score of the Year as recent as 2015. But his most recognizable has to be the Banjo series. It's easy to see why, since each song seems to fit in perfectly with the surroundings. The melody lines are simple, instrumentation is varied and engaging, and each song doesn't stray off the beaten path all that much. So, then what makes it so great? Step right up, step right up. Come hear about this amazing 18th century convention known as sequencing. Take that same old boring melody line you have, move it up or down the staff, and that's it. Seriously, that's all it is. That's not a bad thing though, since the music's purpose in this case is to create emotion and not scale. The most famous example of sequencing has to be Beethoven's Fifth. Ba 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. But let's just take Gruntilda's theme for example. Old Cauldron Butt over here, her main melody is just shifted a whole step after the first two measures. Simple, but very effective. Each song in this game uses that concept. The opening theme, Rusty Bucket Bay, Freeze Easy Peak, Bubblegum Swamp? Hold on, wait. Wait, that's what it says though. Yeah, I'm reading it right off the thing. But that's a real name, that's what they named it. It's so weird. I love it. Yeah, this concept makes writing much easier, sure, but it gives it a sense of change to drive the main idea forward without getting too complicated. So, then why is it that each song is fundamentally related to each other? Okay, alright, well, it seems our old friend Grant here, classic Grant, he made a deal with the devil. Oh, okay, so you see, the music is based around the tritone, or as was coined back during the Middle Ages, the devil's interval. An interval is just the distance between two notes, and the devil is that big red demon dude. Yeah, just look at him. There he is. Nice. The tritone got its nickname from its horrible dissonant sound in the 1300s, where people thought it should not be used in religious atmosphere. Basically, you would be executed because it sounded so bad that they thought it was related to the devil. Anyways, a tritone is any two notes that are 6 half steps away from each other and can be split up into 3 whole notes, hence the root tri. There are 6 tritones in all, but the easiest to look at is the C to F sharp G flat. You can hear this during your travels in Banjo Swamp. The chord progression goes between C major and F sharp major. Simple, right? Well, let's take a look at another example. Your last battle with Grunty has the same idea smack dab in the middle. Crazy, right? If you go and look at all of them, almost every song in this game has this concept. It's like he did it on purpose or something. The whole idea of using tritones in this case was to convey the contrasting characteristics of the titular heroes. The clashing sound between C and F sharp is there to symbolize the two opposite ideas working together. It's just so beautiful, man, you know? A bear and a bird working together. It just breaks my little old heart. It just shows that a lot of work goes in behind these beloved songs more than we thought. But we still face one problem that a lot of video game music faces. Repetition, 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 repetition. Okay, yeah, we get it. But seriously, you're running around these worlds constantly. Between deaths, backtracking, or playing the game, you hear these songs over and over. But this game does something beautiful with its music. It makes it evolve with its surroundings. We're all familiar with the story of Peter and the Wolf. Well, if not, I'm sure you recognize the opening to it. And if you still don't recognize it, it's okay, but you really need to get out more. Why I bring this up is because each instrument in that story is attached to a certain character. This same idea is borrowed for banjo. Besides the obvious banjo is a banjo and kazooie is a kazoo, other characters and areas have certain instruments or motifs. Tootie is a flute, Grunty is the bass or the tuba, Mumbo is the xylophone, and so on and so on. You know, if they put their differences aside, they could make a pretty kick-ass bluegrass band. Then, there are the location themes. Whenever you get near a new area in the overworld, the music fades into a different instrumental version of that song. Meaning, Grunty's overworld theme has a different version for each gate. Mumbo's Mountain, Gobi's Valley, Freezeezy Peak, Rusty Bucket Bay, Mad Monster Mansion, Treasure Trove Cove, Clinker's Cavern, Bubblegum Swamp, Quick Clock Woods, Mayhem Temple, Witchy World, Pterodactyl Land. Alright, you get the idea. We get this effect by using a technique called MIDI channel fading. MIDI is short for Musical Instrument Digital Interface and basically means the music is converted and represented as a digital signal.
Nerd.
What the? I thought you left. Get the heck out of here, man. Jeez. Since MIDI can only have 16 channels playing at once, the game decides when to fade in and out of the different instruments. Heck, even when you go swimming, the music changes. It's such an insanely smart idea to add dynamic choices into the game. That extra step of immersion is why I think the Banjo series is held to such high regards. Well, besides the level design, and the gameplay, and the characters, and the humor, but the music too. After all these years, there's still much love for this series, and it's not really hard to see why. Here's to hoping Yooka-Laylee brings back the series with a fresh coat of paint, and not end up like the other Kickstarters. I'm looking at you, Inafune. Ooh.